Welcome back to the Black Bastard Video Podcast. It's your host, Max Road, the video hunting shark, rewinding tapes, checking out trailers, and getting rid of those videos we no longer want nor need. What videos do you no longer want nor need? What videos do you not just, hey, when you come in after a long day's work, you're like, hey, just sit down, relax, and throw on Excalibur. You don't want Excalibur anymore? No, I don't. I don't need Excalibur anymore. I'm tired of Excalibur. I've been watching Excalibur since I was 12 years old. I don't need it 3 times. I don't need it once. I'm done with Excalibur. Excalibur, you're out of here. I kid. Excalibur is off to the side. I'm gonna watch when I get home from work. Hold on, I am at work right now. You know, my other work. And the other work. And the other work. I work 4 jobs. I work at Black Bastard Video. I also work at Hella Weird Video. Yeah, my rivals. Well, I don't have an allegiance to either one of them. Rivals to one another. Black Bastard Video and Hella Weird Video have been on a slander campaign that hasn't been seen since Coke versus Pepsi, McDonald's versus Burger King. We got Exorcist. We got Exorcist. When it comes to Exorcist, which Exorcist do you reach for? Exorcist, Exorcist, or Exorcist? Ooh, say that 3 times and Reagan might appear. Or Zool might appear. Kazuzu, whatever the heck his name is. We got Exorcist Part 3. Dude, where's the heretic? You got Exorcist 1 and Part 2? You just gonna skip? You got Exorcist 1 and Part 3? You gonna skip over Part 2, bro? What, bro? What kind of shit is that, bro? That's my first sip of coffee. I'm already acting zany, and I haven't even had a sip of coffee. I'm already acting Looney Tunes. I'm just trying to start the podcast off on the opposite of how I feel. I feel like shit. Every time I see this guy right here, it reminds me of Smokey from Smokey and the Bandit. But it's not Smokey. Nor is it the Bandit. You know who that is? No, you don't know who that is. That's Nick Nolte. That's Nick Nolte in Extreme Prejudice. A Walter Hill film. I've yet to watch this. It's not my kind of movie. It's about securing the border. And one of my least favorite actors from the 1980s of all. I mean, she's a good actress because she made me hate her guts. And that's Maria Conchita Alonso. I hated her character in Colors. And I hate her character in Running Man. Then she became an addict. What do you call it? Addict. And she became and it's early in the morning. An advocate. She became an advocate for the anti-bulimia campaign. She was a bulimic. Her being a Hollywood actress and securing those roles from Colors to Running Man to Predator. She had to maintain her figure. Of course, she blames it on Hollywood. Doesn't take any blame for her own actions. fabulous Fleischer Folia. This is one of those laser disc, dude, that's hard for me to not throw on. You know what I mean? These are first world problems. These are VHS. These are video hunting shark problems. What do I throw on? Like before the pod, I couldn't decide. Like right now, I'm watching, what is this? Ultimate Aquarium Video. It's a bunch of fish. Saltwater fish. That's all I'm looking at. Saltwater fish. I have my own electronic aquarium right here in Black Bastard Video. Why go through the trouble of the costly matters of getting the tank, the water, the salt water, the fish, the filters, the coral, the rocks, the heater, the little heater thing, you know. Hiring Deuce Bigelow to come clean your tank. Why go through all that when you can just track down the Ultimate Aquarium Video and watch fish? They don't smell. My apartment doesn't smell like fish. And I if there's one type of animal I like, that's an amphibian. Amphibian? Am I saying that right? I like an amphibian animal. Yeah. I used to have a turtle when I was a kid. I'm gonna go into the turtle, and I think last podcast I told the ghetto, what do I call it? The ghetto Boy Scouts, and you know, I only have but so many memories. I've only obtained but so many memories. Isn't that strange about memories? Like right now, it is Saturday, May 10th of 2025. I know that right now. Now, there are people in this world that can recall dates, times, places like that. I'm not one of those guys. What I'm trying to say is, I'm able to remember moments in my life with great detail. And then others are just another day in the week. Another moment in time. That it might not have even been a mundane day. It might have been a very strange day. And it just fades away. You know, you can't just replay your life. You can't replay that moment. But then there's another day that you can like recall the before, during, and after. Fairy tale. I'm gonna put this on the watch list. Yes. What's his name? Peter. What's that guy's name? Peter O'Toole and Harvey Keitel. Fairy tale, true story. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna do my best to talk about standout moments of my youth that I can never forget. They play in my head like a movie. So yeah, I had a turtle. Yeah, I had a turtle, man. I had a turtle for 31 years, 30 years, 20, about 20 years. I had a turtle, the same turtle for 20 years. And ex-con would still be here if I didn't get all in my own head and dump the turtle. Why'd you get rid of the turtle? The turtle was weighing me down. The turtle, being that I got it when I was 13 years old, fast times, baby. It felt like looking at the same turtle was keeping me in the same mental place. I wanted to shake things up radically, and I wanted to shed the person I was all those years in one fell swoop. This is around 2014 when I got rid of the turtle. But let's go back to 1993 when I obtained the turtle. I had a couple friends by the name of Marty and Robert. Robert was more so, he was my best friend of that era. Great flick. Great flicking frick. The brothers, they also had another brother named Gene and a newborn baby brother by the name of Baby Gabe. They were from Atlanta, Georgia. They moved to San Francisco. I met Robert in 5th grade. Marty was a year older. And Marty was a good friend, a close friend, but he wasn't my best friend. Super good, super close, but not my best friend. We were like the Falcon and the Snowman, Robert and I. Being that they're from the South, they brought that Southern playeristic hospitality to the Bay. And I mean that by folks from the South are animal lovers. Naturally. It's not a put on. First friends I ever had who had chickens in their backyard. They had a chicken coop. I thought that was very odd. I never thought of something like that. Let's have a chicken coop. Chicken coop, and I believe they had a rooster as well. I don't know. I don't like this movie. This movie is dark. I want to get rid of it. It's just very dark. It's not something I reach for. We had a pet store in the neighborhood. All right, in the 90s, 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, I don't know. Yeah, man, pet stores would have exotic animals that later on PETA determined were endangered. And they were moving into the 2000s. You might have noticed a lot of pet stores, if you're around, a lot of pet stores shut down because they weren't having those exotic animals anymore, like newts. You know what a newt is? Me and my father, we found a 2-headed snake in Golden Gate Park once and brought it to the aquarium, to the San Francisco's aquarium. I'll never forget that 2-headed snake. So weird. I was like back in '85 or something. Anyway, my whole point is that in those days, you might be able to get a piranha out of a pet store, out of your local pet store. So the family, they're the Landons, okay? Marty Landon, Robert Landon, Gene Landon, Baby Gabe Landon, and Ma'am, and Richard Roundtree was their dad. Their dad looked like Richard Roundtree. And they call their mom Ma'am. What the heck is this, Ma'am? And once again, they're from the South, okay? Atlanta, Georgia. They went to the pet store one day and they came back with a couple turtles. And I thought it was so awesome, being that I was a huge, and we all were, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans. And they had these turtles. And in my mind, they had became my turtles. Being that they're my best friends and I have access to the backyard whenever I want, and I can hang out with the turtles, they, like, in my mind, they were my turtles. One day I walk into science class. I walk in and a bunch of kids are in the back of the class and they're huddled around something. No. On the side of the class is where things were kept, like plants and stuff that we were growing, whatever. I get there and I make my way through my peers. And I see the turtles. Marty or Robert or both donated the turtles to the science lab, and I was bitter. I was so bitter. I was like, how could you? Those are my turtles. I don't want everyone else to know about my turtles. I was very selfish. I was a young black bastard, okay? I was far out, man. That movie is far out, man. I've never watched this movie. I have it on VHS. I never was compelled to watch this movie ever. I didn't want to see Cindy Crawford. And Cindy Crawford was my babe. My babe, okay? You know why I say she was mine? I have a mole right here. Okay? Hold on. Is it here? No, it's right here. I have a mole right here you guys can't see. It was very prominent when I was a kid, okay? And they used to call me Cindy Crawford, okay? They used to make fun of me and call me Cindy Crawford because I have a mole. All right. So, where was I? Bitter black bastard. I said, that's cool. You know what? You can have those turtles, man. You can have them. You know, because I'll get my own turtle. I don't need you guys. Mom, can I have $20? I want to go to the pet store. I hop on my Murray. It was either Murray or a Huffy. Hop on my mountain bike, my newly acquired mountain bike, and I make my way over to the local pet store. I see the turtle, and I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. You're coming home with me. I'm like Chunk, the sloth. You know? You're coming home with me now. They throw the turtle in a brown bag. I hop on my mountain bike and I make my way back to my apartment. I don't live in San Francisco. I live in South San Francisco. Oh, there's a difference. There's a huge difference. Back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, San Francisco was a dangerous place to inhabit. So your family, you might be SF bred, but in order for you to survive, because there'll be gang wars going on, set tripping, as we called it. So your mom had an ingenious idea, like many other San Franciscans and cats around in dangerous parts of the Bay. Let's get our kids the heck out of here and go to the suburbs. So, like, on paper, you think that South City is going to be a safe area to live in. That's how the parents thought of it. But man, South City was gangster. It was contained gangsterism. You know, you couldn't pop off like you could. You had, you know, there was a lot of sneaky stuff done. You know, there's pockets of danger all around me. And if you can't talk your way out of a situation, it's your ass. You have to humble yourself at times. Even though you know this, that, and the third, and we'll talk about that South City life later on in this Black Bastard Video podcast on another episode. But I just want you to know that we're only a stone's throw away from San Francisco. And for you outsiders that might think SF, you know, there was a song by RBL, you know, he said, Frisco niggas ain't no punks. So I don't, you know, you just had to be there to really understand what SF was like in the 80s and 90s. It's not at all like it is nowadays. It's a lot of fronting and perpetrating. We're generations removed from the real ones. And they didn't care how old you were back in those days, man. You were old enough. If you were outside, you were old enough to get into some shit and to get chin checked. So I'm saying that to understand, I want you to understand the world I'm traversing through to get back to my apartment, that this is a dangerous environment. I come down the street, I come down this back alley. It's kind of a back alley, back street. It's a back street, okay? A group of norteños are in a garage, cooling out. They get on me immediately. You know, I'm not riding my bike quick enough because I have the turtle hanging off a handlebar handle. You know, in a brown bag. I named him Ex-Con, by the way, because he was a convict in that at that pet store, and I have freedom. One of the norteños comes out, and a group of them come out. It's like 4 or 5 of them. And what's up, homie? Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, bro, hey, get off my bike, bro. My mom gave me this bike. Nah, bro, you stole that bike from me. Now, in South City, we were bike thieves, without a doubt. I've had my bike stolen. I've stolen bikes. So I can, you know, what goes around comes around. And I'm going to have to pay for my sins right now. This was in a time period in which I was trying to, like, go straight. About a year or two previous, I was arrested at 11 years old. And I was doing my best to just be a normal kid. Like, the friends like Robert and Marty, they were normal kids. I was shying away from thug life, essentially. So I got off the bike. No, I never got off the bike. Never get off the bike. What's in the bag? My turtle. That gave the homie pause. Like, oh, there ain't nothing wrong. I mean, that turtle saved my ass. because they realized how innocent I was. That, you know, there's this like underlining tone that's going on, that you don't mess with normal people, because normies actually have someone that will come handle you. And we'll talk about that on another podcast, about how you just don't F with normals, because normals have someone. Okay? They are just a stone's throw away from getting someone to get on your ass. Gangsters know this. Gangster to a gangster can check a gangster, but a gangster can't check a normal. A normie. So he's like, he steps back. He's like, you know what? Nah, this ain't my bike, dude. I mean, get up out of here. Pedaled my ass home, and me and ex-con were best of friends for the next 20 years. Like I said, I got rid of ex-con, took him for a long ride, and felt like I was whacking a friend. He didn't know he was dying that night. No, I didn't kill him. I dropped him off at a pet store in the middle of the night. That upset a couple, 3 ladies I was hanging out with at the time. That really upset them. They fell in love with ex-con. These are like, I'm talking about, I'm in my 30s, young ladies are in their 20s. Couple of lady friends, okay? They didn't like that I handled things like that. But they didn't know that it was time for me to return to the guy I once was. And I mean, before I softened up, I had to get tough again. I had to be like that 11-year-old who got arrested. I had to put the kiddie stuff to the side. I was arresting my development because I was taking a soft approach to life. And it was time to get hard. It was time to get firm. I was a soldier at war at that time, and I couldn't have anything holding me back. And ex-con was holding me back. Ex-con, if you're out there, I hope you are. If you're out there today, that means you're, I mean, I don't know how old you were when I got you, but that would make you a solid 41 years old. Right? Yeah. 41 years old, if ex-con is alive. That was in 2014 when I got rid of ex-con.
You better stay here. It's a pretty rough ride.
Yeah, right. My brother doesn't know what my Murray Flexor can do. The spring-loaded fork handles the tough stuff, no problem. And the oversized tubing is made for rugged riding. Yeah, he had no idea what my Murray Flexor could do. But he does now.
Hey, Flexor by Murray.
New Line Cinema presents
Step back, dude!
the 4 greatest turtles
Rock and roll!
ever to go down in history.
No way!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Help, I'm a turtle and I can't get up.
Rated PG. Starts Friday.
Squeeze It fruit drink. So much fun, kids can't wait to get their hands on it. Not even Smarty Artie Orange can escape the fun of squeezing a Squeeze It.
Squeeze it.
But you gotta hand it to him for trying. Squeeze it. Go ahead. Squeeze the fun out of it.
In this corner, weighing in at half a pound, Rockin' Red Puncher! Rockin' Red Puncher, the new Squeeze It flavor that packs a fruity red punch.
How gorgeous is that, huh? Either he's about to whip somebody's ass, or he just got done whipping somebody's ass. Fifth Element. I've watched this laser disc so many times. Like, sickening. It's the perfect. It doesn't matter what time of day, night, evening, AM, PM. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. It's so vibey. Super vibey. It's so chill. Like, Fifth Element and Hackers might be the most chillest 90s movies. Super chill. Watch list. If I can't make it 5 weeks in a balloon. If I can't make it 5 weeks in a balloon, if I can't make it through this film, it's gotta go. What the heck? This is one of those movies where it's like, when did you buy this, man? When did you buy this? This had to have come in a lot. Maybe I would have. Jules Verne. I love Jules Verne. Jules Verne's 5 weeks in a balloon. This is one of those movies that hard to watch. Hard to watch. Hard to watch. My emotions get to going when I watch this movie right here, boy. Cause this house is a house of love, and I learned. I already showed you Fatal Attraction. This is the widescreen edition. Added bonus, the controversial original ending. My mother had recorded, she recorded this movie. And I remember on the recording, it said alternate ending. Like, I don't know how she was able to, maybe HBO played the alternate ending or something. I don't know. It's another one of those go-to movies, go-to Laserdisc that is hard for me not to. I get captivated by the cover. And I'm just like, I gotta throw that on. This has gotta go. No. I'm keeping it because of the Tower Records. But I hate this plastic. Great flick. Great freaking freak. One of my favorite Laserdisc, dude. What I call this movie Alternate World Back to the Future. This is what, if Doc, this is Doc right here, and this is Marty, and that's Jennifer, right? This is what life would be like if Marty and Doc fought vampires. What's it called again? Yeah, the Fearless Vampire Killers. Or pardon me, but your teeth are in my neck. You're like, why don't you just hold it still? That's not helping us. Alright. Damn. Here. And if you go on the back, there's a lobby card right there, which is so cool. I like lobby cards. Libby cards? Libby. I like Libby cards. Phil in Minnesota. Look at this. How hilarious is this? Am I black? Am I white? Tell me, cause I don't know. Am I black or white? Do, yeah. This is one of those where I throw it on and be like, man, what the hell am I watching? I need weed to watch this. I can't watch this sober. I'm just not engaged. I hate cats. Yeah, you heard it. I hate them. Okay? I hate that I love them so much. I do. I hate cats, and then when I get around a cat, I'm like, oh, come here, you little cat. Put all your cat hair on me. Alright. You know what this is? A hot piece of ass. You can't call Freddy a hot piece of ass. It's just, I'm talking about the laser disc is a hot piece of ass. Alright, it took me, first of all, this is my favorite movie. This is my favorite movie. That's a bold statement, bro. This is my favorite Friday the 13th. Dude, Friday the 13th, bro! You got Friday the 13th, dude! This is my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street, okay? I called it Friday the 13th because of Freddy. Freddy the 13th, alright? That's what it is. Because of nostalgia factor. I could have saw this in theaters. Me and my friend were up to no good. Me and my another best friend, Chris Levins, from Rhode Island, aka Rhode Island boy. We were up to no good, vandalizing things, thievery and whatnot. This is 11 to 12-year-old me. And rather than stopping in and watching this movie, I distinctly remember seeing this, like, Freddy's Dead on the marquee. And I was like, dude, they got a new Freddy out. If I wasn't hanging out with the psychopath Chris, I'd go see it. Said I missed out. I could have saw it in theaters. And you needed to see it in theaters because of 3D glasses. Now, what's so beautiful about this Laserdisc, it took me, what is this, 1991, 1992? It took me until obtaining this Laserdisc, and I paid up. When I saw this, I was like, Just like Sloth, just like, what's the name? Chunk and Sloth. I was like, Freddy, you're coming home with me now. Because they come with the 3D glasses, dude. They come with the 3D glasses, bruh. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, dude, I actually be able to watch Freddy's Dead, Friday the 13th in 3D, dude. Woo! Great flick. Great flick and flick. Thanks for tuning in to the Black Bastard Video Podcast. Your host, Max Road, signing off.
Yo, shorty, how many times I gotta tell you, man? Stop sweating me. You a kid, this is grown-up stuff. You gonna get hurt out here. Now take your little bag of candy, take your little bike, and go find some friends, all right? Damn, fucking kids, man.